Money advice is everywhere, but today's guest says the real reason most people stay stuck has nothing to do with the math. It's actually your emotions. Ramsey Solutions personality and best-selling author Jade Warshaw breaks it all down in her new book, What No One Tells You About Money. She joins me to share what you can expect when you read it. Hello, Jade.
Hey, Erin, how are you doing?
I'm so good. So glad to have you here this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is great.
Of course. Okay, so on the Ramsey Show, you mentioned that no one has written about the emotions tied to money, which there are. That is a very true statement. What made you want to take this challenge on specifically?
Yeah, it was natural for me because, my husband and I, we walked through the challenge of paying off debt, almost $500,000 of debt. And it was so striking to me that money really is three parts. And a lot of us forget about the final part. We know that numbers are involved and math and all of that. We know that behavior is involved, right? You have to do a budget and cut back on spending. We know behavior, but no one was talking about the emotional struggle, which was the hardest part, to be honest, of our 7.5 year journey. And so for me, it was a no brainer. I said, Jade, you got to write about this because it's not just you. There's probably a lot of other folks out here who are struggling with just the emotional sense of money, since money is tied to everything we do.
Yes, literally everyone can relate to this. I want to go back for a second because I heard you say you guys paid off $500,000 in debt. And I mean, I think a lot of the times people are like, whoa, okay, if she can do it, I can do it. But when you look back on that time, I mean, what really had to change first before the money started changing as well?
Probably the first thing that needed to change is just taking responsibility for it. There's a lot of ways to say, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. They did it. My parents signed up for the loans, all these things. And when you're making excuses, it's really hard to make progress. And so really taking that responsibility and saying, this is something that I did. Yes, there may be some variables behind it, but I'm the only one that has to clean it up. It's my life. I'm the only one who can fix it. My pastor used to say, you can't blame your way to a better life. And so
Ooh.
that was really a catalyst for me.
That is a good one. Okay, everybody write that down. Everybody at home write that down because that was a good one indeed. I also want to talk about the fact that you're very open in this book with your readers about the emotional journey that you went on, the struggles that you faced. Was there a story in there that maybe gave you pause and you were like, okay, maybe we shouldn't share this?
Listen, it is a lot of stories, and some of them are about me, some of them are my family, and it was a lot. So I made sure to get permission from everybody. The hardest stories were the ones about me because it's me saying I was weak in this area or I struggled in this area. I tell one story about my sister going into the hospital, really just 3 hours away from me, and not even having the gas money to go visit her. And that was literally one of the most embarrassing financial moments in my life. And sharing it, it's like every time I say it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was just rock bottom. And so that was probably one of the toughest ones. I share about our grandfather who was a Holocaust survivor. I share a lot in this book. This book is
Wow.
mainly story driven. No one wants to read a money book about math and numbers and, spreadsheets. They want stories that relate to them. They want to know that someone is understanding them and not judging them. And that's exactly what this book is.
I'm really resonating with you, even you just talking about the book. So I hope everyone at home is as well. Your book, it's called What No One Tells You About Money. So give us some tea this morning. What's the biggest truth you think that we were never taught?
Yeah, what no one tells you about money is the fact that money is connected to every area of your life. And so when you hear a financial expert, you hear someone like me say something like, hey, you need to get on a budget. You need to spend less. You need to stop getting your nails done. That's not what we hear. What we hear is our connection with money. What we hear is, you don't understand, Jade, the way I grew up with a single mom and I would come home and there was no food in the pantry. You want me to take my savings and pay off debt? Do you understand what that does to me? What they hear when I tell them to combine their money with their spouse is, you don't understand the last relationship I was in. That person hurt me. That person was abusive. That person stole from me, right? Those are all emotions. Those are all emotions that are in the way of us doing the things we know we should be doing with money. And so in the book, I'm walking through and helping people diagnose, first off, what is it that you're feeling? Where did it come from? Why are you feeling it? And then I'm teaching them how to move through it, because the point is not to get rid of emotions. Emotions are a part of who we are, but they're supposed to be transient. They're supposed to move through us. And the problem happens when they get stuck in us and they hold us back.
And I think our own thinking, that's the biggest thing. We're our own biggest critic. We're our own biggest hurdle when we're standing in our own way. I want to get to this really quickly. Your book includes a free 14-day trial of Every Dollar, which you've called the most important tool for your financial journey. How does pairing emotional awareness with a tool like Every Dollar help out regular everyday people just trying to figure out their finances?
That's right. It's putting a system in place. It's basically, to put it simply, it's setting yourself up to win rather than setting yourself up to fail. Anybody on a journey knows that you need the proper tools. In the book, I liken it to a marathon. Running a marathon is not easy. Getting out of debt or winning with your money is very similar. But if you have the right tools, you can conquer the journey. When you run a
We
marathon, you need a
can.
water belt, you need all of these different things. And when you're paying off debt, you need the right tools. I love Every Dollar because it has everything in one. It gives you the budgeting app, it gives you free coaching, it teaches you how to track your transactions, and there's classes in it that teach you all the things that you were never taught about money. And so in
This is
that
a
way, it is
wonderful tool indeed. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Like I said, I really resonated with you. I hope someone at home did too, because you are tapping into the things that, like you said, we were never taught. We appreciate you, Jade, this morning.
Thanks, Erin.